Hi, welcome to ID247.com TV. I'm Pete Thompson. Our goal in these segments is to help you take control of your identity before someone else does. With me today, a good friend, Connie Podesta. Connie, for a moment, let's go back to that psychological impact on a person that identity theft has. Talk about the frame of mind that somebody who has just lost their identity is in at that time.
I think what people don't realize is they're thinking, well, you know, if someone's consulting me and telling me what to do, I can handle that. I'm a smart person. I can go on the internet. I can make my own calls. Why do I have to pay for a company to restore it? It's because if my identity is stolen, I'm going to tell you this. 3 things are going to happen. Number 1, I'm not going to know about it for a while. Okay? So things are happening without me even knowing about it. Number 2, when I do find out about it, even though I think I'm a pretty smooth person, I can handle things, I'm a pretty independent person, but I do know this, that if my identity were stolen, I probably would not be at my psychological best, my physical best, or my emotional best. And I think there's times in life where we have to know who's best to fight for us. Sometimes it's us, and sometimes it's going to be someone else. Because I'm going to be so devastated, so worried, so afraid, so angry, whatever my emotions are, that for me to get on the phone and have a rational, legitimate, logical discussion with somebody, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to get hospitals and companies and banks that are going to put me on hold, and I'm going to be talking to everybody, and then when I get somebody on the phone, they're not even going to know what to do, and I'm going to go crazy, and nothing's going to get done. And every minute that I don't get my identity back, somebody's out there spending my money, ruining my credit, ruining my reputation. Minutes count. Minutes, hours, days count here. But number 3, where do I even begin? I mean, how many of us have a little list of people, like when your identity's stolen, here's the 10 numbers you should call first. I wouldn't even know where to begin. Do I call my bank first? Do I call my hospital first? What do I say? What do I do? Do they even believe me? Getting them to even believe me, number 1. So I'll tell you what I want. When my identity, if it's ever stolen, I want somebody who has my back. I want somebody who's objective. They're not me. They're not reacting to it personally and emotionally like I am. They're going to go out there and they're licensed and they're experienced and their whole life has been about guerrilla warfare, because this is war, okay? This is war right now that we're talking about. We're talking about fighting one of the biggest battles we have, and that is to keep our life intact, our family intact, our health intact, our reputation intact. And I want somebody out there that's going to fight the fight for me, do it right, and hand me my life back.
Connie, why do you feel like some companies feel like they have to offer a $1 million guarantee to consumers?
Well, I've heard of this, that there's companies that are like, if something happens, and first of all, I don't think they're giving you $1 million. I mean, I think a lot of people, what a great, something happens, we're going to write you a check for $1 million. I think there's a lot of fine print to that, and I don't know that that's necessarily the true. What I think is happening is, what is being said is, if something goes wrong, we have some money set aside that we can help you. And I'm always a little concerned about that, because it's kind of like going to a doctor who says, now I'm going to do this surgery. Now, if something goes wrong, I do have some money set aside to overcome the mistakes I made. Or, you go buy a car and they go, I think the car works, but if if the brakes don't work and you get in an accident and kill somebody, just feel good, because we got some money set aside here that's going to help you get out of that lawsuit. I don't really want a company who's already feeling the need to tell me that if they mess up, then they've got money to cover what they mess up. What I really rather have is a company who's concerned about not messing up to begin with. What I really want is a company who says, look, we're not going to let you go until we fix this. Because when it comes to identity, I guarantee you, if you ask anyone whose identity's been stolen, there's no money in the world that can pay for their reputation and their credibility and who they are and people trusting them. So I want a company that doesn't have to bribe me and say, if we make a mistake, we're going to pay you some money. I want a company that says, we're here in the long haul, we're going to fix it, we're going to help you, and we're going to hand it back to you.
Well said. We hope that we have been of value from an information standpoint on this edition of ID247.com TV. Again, our goal in these segments is to help you be empowered, to help you be a better consumer, to be prepared to take control of your identity before someone else does. If you have questions, check out our website anytime, ID247.com. We want to hear from you. Thanks for watching.